last night I didn't like sweat like I usually do, or that
our mattress makes that noise, that squeaky noise.
Send it back right now.
Are you? Okay. What are you getting?
Something expensive.
Well, my REI is dry. Kept me dry the whole time.
Oh, nice. REI is good brand.
Makes good product.
They've been saying that.
Except for the backpacks out of your
My backpack strap broke.
It's really hard to see,
that's out.
but it's under my.
The tent is good.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, it's like a puddle.
Yeah.
Someone's wife.
Jim, you're the best.
Never missed a stride.
We didn't know where you went.
I staged. Once you get to the boundary, it's so plentiful. So I just worked at the boundaries caching. So I've got 3 more trips.
To carry
Or
all
so.
I'll help you out.
I
Yeah.
might be able to recruit someone.
I think you've already got one.
He's
Oh.
got his duties.
What are they?
They say sit up, turn around, walk around, and no one.
Towards their faith has never had their faith tested.
Yeah, it's funny. I was just reading Either Or by Kierkegaard, Soren Kierkegaard, and he talks about faith. Like, he's like, the one who says he has faith but has no doubt is lying. Like, you need doubt to have faith. You need it. If you don't have doubt, you don't have faith.
Thank you.
Yeah.
There's another one. Have you ever read Khalil Gibran?
So, yesterday was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Jim is still waiting for his granddaughter, Meredith. She may come today or tomorrow, but regardless, he says that he's out of here by the 13th. That is like a couple days from now, I think. I don't even know what day it is. We had some amazing conversations yesterday. We spoke to Dylan, actually, all night about, like, Josh stayed up with him until like 11 o'clock last night, just talking about God. He was out here really seeking and searching and just kind of like ready to almost like grow up and like become a man and enter into the next phase of life and settle down, like take on responsibilities and all that kind of stuff. And we were just telling him all this stuff that the Bible says about all of that and trying to encourage him to go to church or find a Bible study. And it was just awesome. And I was able to fully share the gospel with Goofy. She's a Jewish woman from New Jersey, so immediately Jersey people bond. I mean, we just have that going for us. And she was out here just kind of like searching too. And I was just I was doing something. I don't even know what she said, but I was like, well, you know, I have the answers. And she was like, can you share that with me? And I shared the gospel with her, and then she was like, well, what do you say to people who have other religions? And I don't even remember what I said, but I was mulling it over and thinking about it last night, and I was like, well, nothing different than I say to anyone, because everyone who doesn't know Jesus has another religion. Oh, I'm falling off my rock. Like, we all worship something. Everyone worships something. Intelligence, money, sex, power, Hare Krishna, or Krishna, or I don't know, or Muhammad, or Allah. Like, everyone worships something. Yourself, nature. People worship the creation instead of the creator. Like, every single person is worshiping something. So I was thinking about it last night, and I was like, nothing different than, I wouldn't say anything different than I would say to anyone. Like, but it got me, then I asked her, and I was like, well, what's your background? And she said that she's Jewish, she's more spiritual rather than religious. And I was like, same. But she was super receptive, and it was really cool. I told her about Isaiah 53, about the prophecies of Jesus in the Old Testament. And I was able to give her a little tract from our wedding. I gave one away this morning too, actually. We were speaking with, I'm blanking on his name, Michael. We were speaking with Michael. He seems to have some sort of Catholic background, but has some maybe like new agey type of ideas about God. And I was just kind of like challenging some of his his views and kind of probing and like seeing where he was at. And it was definitely really interesting. I'm not really sure what happened with our conversation, honestly, but you know, yeah, it's not for me to know. Every conversation is a conversation, and if you're talking about God, you're doing it. So that's really all I can do. Looks like we got some more visitors. Chicken of the woods, round 2. We don't have a pot big enough for everything. Dylan left us his spice mixes. It smells really good. This is like salt and pepper. What a treat. And Josh is inviting everyone to come over and enjoy our, overflowing, enjoy our meal.
Yeah, I think that's amazing.
All right. I don't think it's too hot on the bottom. You got a spoon?
Yeah,
I'll
do okay.
All right.
I love that little pot.
I was like, I like
Isn't it so cute?
I've had it since I was like 5.
Really?
That's adorable.
I gotta smother it.
It'll definitely burn through all this.
Yeah, no, this is awesome. Wow. I was cleaning out our fire pit, cleaning all the ashes out, and it just started smoking. So we were like, it's supposed to rain tonight. Let's just start a fire now during the day. Jim collected all this firewood. We have this huge pile here, so we might as well use it before it gets really wet and cold. And people keep gathering around the fire. So why the heck not?
Outside of Neil Gap, maybe about a mile.
We have an
It's only
update
2
on the
miles.
granddaughter.
And she said that she's looking forward to meeting up with you.
Yeah, she's gonna come down. Is that still her plan when you saw her?
Yeah, she's stopping at Low Gap tonight.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yes. We're just living on like $400 of mushrooms in the tree over there. No big deal. Round 3. And our selection of trail magic for the travelers. We are the stewards of this mountain. All right, so we're coming up on the end of the day. We just had dinner, had chicken of the woods, mushrooms, and ramen again. Dylan from last night, he left us his spice mix. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. I'm a little out of it today. I'm very tired. We stayed up really late last night with Dylan talking. I definitely said that this morning. And yeah, I'm just really tired. Yesterday was a blessing. It was super evangelistic, but it just takes a lot out of you. Even when it's awesome, it takes a lot out of you. At least out of me. Can't explain why. It's just definitely taxing and draining. And, you know, even Jesus needed to go and be alone. So midday today, Josh went off on a nice little hike on his own and looked for some mushrooms of different varieties, but wasn't really confident enough, or, you know, didn't really know, so didn't pick any up. So we'll see about that. We're sitting on a gold mine of these chicken of the woods mushrooms right now. It's absolutely ridiculous. But anyway, and I stayed back and I just kind of like sat by the fire and kind of went off like into my own world in my brain, and I was reading the Bible and just playing like a game on my phone. And some like caretakers of the shelter came up the mountain, and Jim was talking to them, and they were like trying to talk to me kind of, but I was just like, sorry, like what? I'm totally not listening. I just needed a break. I had a really long and taxing conversation with this guy Michael this morning, and yeah, I just couldn't like figure out like where he was at or what that was about, and it was just like weird, and I was just like, sure. And then this like politician from DC comes by and hears that there's trail magic. We're doing trail magic, which we are. And he was just like, I don't know. I'm so black-pilled on politics. I literally can't. And this guy waltzed in, and he was like, do you follow Joe? Because like this and that and blah, blah, blah. And I thought that he was talking about a hiker, like Joe the hiker or something. Are you following him on YouTube? Most people are following hikers. And he was like, then he was talking about the Senate, and he was like, oh, Joe did this in the Senate, did that, and said whatever. And I was like, wait, are you talking about like Joe Biden, like the president? And he was like, yeah, I work in DC, so we're basically like almost on a first name basis with Joe. And I was like, no. I was like, I don't care about politics. Every time he tried to say like political stuff, I just made like little jokes kind of, and watched him eat food, and dirty up my dishes and all that. And you know, I told him that everything that we're giving away is from church donations, and we're sharing the love of Jesus and all this stuff. And he was like, yeah, I do something similar, or I help women and minorities get into IT. And I was like, good for you. Good for you. And he was like, here's my QR code. And I was like, dude, I'm like so unprepared for this conversation right now. It's just like, I was like, wrong crowd. I was probably preaching to the wrong crowd, just like he was preaching to the wrong crowd to me. It was really funny. But yeah, after that, I was like, I need a mental breather. But then we had some cool people show up. There's this guy, Noah, here, and he is an OBGYN. And, you know, I'm going to be a mom someday. So I was like asking him all of these questions, and it was a lot of fun. And he was a good company while Josh was off hiking around the woods, booping mushrooms. So it's been good. We got this other kid now, Logan, and this girl, Jenny, and then some other older guy, not old, but like older than the rest of the crowd, these like college kids whose name I don't know yet. But I'm going to try and have an early night tonight. It's supposed to rain again. So, and I think we're going to have a quiet night here at the camp. Last night, the camp was full everywhere. Tonight, I think we may be seeing the last of whoever's showing up. So, I'm kind of happy about that. I need a little breather. And then we'll see what happens tomorrow, because this ministry already is like dawn till dusk. Like, we woke up this morning, we were making coffee for people, we were making chicken of the woods ramen for breakfast / lunch, early lunch, late breakfast. We were giving trail magic, and then all day I was sitting there, I'm like the troll on the top of the mountain handing out trail mix. So it's a dawn till dusk kind of job out here. You know, someone's got to do it.
Understand the situation. She went big dog, and she went big dog on me one time. She was fostered out from a shelter to a prison system, and evidently one of her trainers wanted to teach her.
Woo! That is really hot.
I'm gonna take your eyebrows off. I burned all the hair off my hand yesterday. It's a sign of a good fire.